Let's talk about the architectural legacy of Finnish-born architect Eero Saarinen. He died in 1961 at the young age of 51. One can only imagine what his work might have looked like had he lived longer, because he was already beginning to be very experimental, very cutting edge in his architectural work, predicting things that other architects didn't do until many years later. I'm Michael Knorr, and this is Architecture Minute. Eero Saarinen was born in Finland. His father was a successful Finnish architect, Eliel Saarien. The elder architect's work has a quality quite different from other 20th century European architects. It is romantic, almost dreamy. Perhaps it encouraged the younger Saarinen to be free of preconceptions about architecture. The family moved to the United States when Eero was 13. By 1936, Eero had joined his father in architectural practice. Early in his career, Eero Saarinen, along with the design of buildings, was designing furniture. The futuristic tulip chair, which won an award in a home furnishings competition, was designed in 1940. Saarinen's first major work to get built was the General Motors Technical Center in Warren, Michigan. It follows modern architectural principles we're familiar with from architects like Mies van der Rohe, but contains hints of individualistic architecture in the central dome and a water tower structure that, from certain angles, looks like a set from a science fiction movie. More adventurous is the Milwaukee Art Museum from 1957. I remember my parents taking me to the grand opening ceremonies when I was a kid. Even at a young age, I was impressed by the cantilevered structure. How could these enormous overhangs be structurally possible? It seemed like an amazing feat of architectural daring. Other Saarinen designs from the mid-1950s, like the Ingalls Ice Arena at Yale and the chapel at MIT, were introducing a very fluid approach to architectural form. In 1962, Saarinen's most important building was opened, the TWA terminal at Kennedy Airport, formerly Idlewild, an amazing tour de force of sculptural architecture that celebrated the idea of air travel. Saarinen's architecture was moving from the rectilinear approach of classic modernism to something more futuristic, designs prophetic of things to come from architects like Zaha Hadid and Jean Gang. The Gateway Arch in St. Louis may be Saarinen's most iconic structure. Designed in 1948, but not built until 1965, its soaring, pure form memorializes the westward expansion of the United States. It is forward-looking, capturing the optimism and adventurous spirit it is intended to memorialize. People have noted that Saarinen's projects are not just different from conventional modern architecture, but also very different from each other. Saarinen said this was because every project had a different program. So why should they look similar? Much like Bruce Gough's insistence that there should be as many different types of architecture as there are clients. With this approach, the architecture of Eero Saarinen demonstrates an optimistic faith in the unique individuality of all human beings.